Josh for being the asshole.
Just me with 15.
I know he was kind of the victim in the end, but like until that reveal, it was just him being a dick to someone that was overweight.
No, but like in retrospect, I discovered that I've kind of broken up with people in some horrible ways. Broke up with somebody via Facebook Messenger. That was bad.
Not on a browser, via Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, Facebook Messenger.
That's what.
It's not even a direct text to her phone. It was just, oh, if you happen to be looking at your computer, we're no longer going out. Yeah. No, but the one I'm telling the story about that I settled on, because I have so many apparently, was the time that I broke up with a girl by not telling her anything about it at all.
I've done that.
So it's common. I'm not the only one. Okay.
Every dude got so fucking silent.
I mean, I've never done it after like an actual extended relationship. It's more like, well, never mind.
This was after about 2 months, which was, I don't know. But no, I had met her. I called up a couple of friends of mine. This was in high school. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? They're like, well, we're going to go hang out with our friend Valerie. I'm like, oh, who's Valerie? Being 17. And
that's how 17-year-olds talk. Like they don't know who Valerie is.
I don't know if there's any explanation that would actually suffice.
Oh, yeah.
Let me describe Valerie down to a T. No, but, so I said, hey, while I'm bored, can you mind if I tag along? So they come and pick me up, and then we go to Valerie's house, and we're playing pool in her basement or something like that. And basically, long story short, by the end of the night, we're exchanging phone numbers, and they're dropping me off because school the next day. And we go in for that first kind of hookup kiss, and it was one of these numbers on her part. She comes in for the kiss, goes for the kiss, turns, and throws up on my lawn.
Oh. That escalated pretty quickly. Yeah. I was about to ask, wait, so there were other people in the car and you guys went for a kiss and then what?
Well, we were out of the car.
Oh, okay.
Outside, yeah.
Also, that's not a standard hookup kiss.
No.
She assured me it wasn't me and that she'd been feeling sick all day, and I'm like, I just spent like 4 hours hanging out with you. You never once mentioned, anyway.
So it's not alcohol or anything. She was just actually sick.
Yeah. That was, yeah.
And you were like love at first sight.
But so we dated for a couple of months until I found out that of the two friends that I called, it was Jim and Darren. And Darren was the one that had known this girl for a long time. And I discovered a couple months later, after I'd been dating her for a little while, that Jim had been trying to hook up with her for about a week and a half, and I just didn't know. And so I just went in there and totally cockblocked my best friend. And was like the asshole, just, let me. So I felt bad.
He's like, man, she should have thrown up on me.
But I felt bad, so I did the only honorable thing and never talked to her, didn't call her back. And just didn't talk to her for a couple months. And karma came around and bit me in the ass on that one. Because the next time I talked to her was about 3 months later, and I was tripping on about 3 hits of acid at the time, and I had to have that conversation on that, yeah.
Oh man, you puked when she went in.
No, I should have. I probably could have pulled that one. No, it was, the conversation was basically, so why didn't you call me? I don't know. Well, I called you. Yeah. Well, why didn't you call me back? Look, we can have this conversation, but could you please tell the clown over your shoulder to stop smiling at me?
What answer did she expect from you? Why didn't you call me? Dearest, my love doth run too deep. Like, what positive answer was she going to get from you?
Yeah, what possibly could have sufficed to where she would have gone, oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
You can be like, I don't want to. That's really the answer. And then she's like, oh, well, glad that's settled. I couldn't
do it. Yeah, that's pretty much how the conversation went. It was like, why did that happen? I can't really tell you.
I've just built up this whole scenario that every date you guys went on ended in vomit.
You got a fetish there, Patrick.
I do.
Knuckles and Vomit. Wasn't that a punk band in the 80s? Knuckles and Vomit?
Yes.
But yeah, that's the story.
Yes, it was. Is that your story?
That's my story.
Let's give it up for Spencer, everybody. And we have some time. Does anybody in the audience have a dating story that they really want to tell? Everybody's pointing at Clint.
Lewis.
Yes.
Or Clint. Yeah.
Everyone was yelling his name and pointing at him. I don't. What's his name?
Clint Lobby.
Clint Lobby, everybody.
Hey, this is going to be organic. I didn't know we were talking about love tonight.
We're not really talking about love if people listen to it.
When I was 14 or 15, I had a crush on Katie Jenkins at Lee Summit North High School. She was dating my buddy Jacob Moore, who was on the football team, and
He's
I
a
got
good
to
guy.
know them very well. Got close.
I'm really glad you corrected yourself.
And then
man.
they broke up. And it was near Valentine's Day, the front side of Valentine's Day. And Katie found out through a friend, a rumor. She came up to me after school one day, as I was trying to sneak out obnoxiously, and she said, "Do you like me?" And I said, "No," and I walked away. And I ran away with my Old Navy drawstring backpack on.
So you did like this girl?
I did.
Oh, you blew it.
I didn't know what I was
First
doing.
mistake.
My first girlfriend happened when I was 16. My dad was on active duty for a year in the National Guard. He was in Fort Leonard Wood, but if anybody asks, he was in Iraq. And so I lived by myself that year, and I had an all-night party where I had like 6 of my friends, and their parents knew that my dad was out of town, but I lived like a block away from a few of them, and so they didn't really care. They had people over, and I asked this girl at my house in front of like 4 or 5 of my friends to be my girlfriend. Will you be my girlfriend?
Oh, not like, do you want to hang out? Like, hey, commitment, now.
But she was Cuban, and she had curly hair, and
Oh, so you can't help it. You can't help
I was
it.
16 anyway. So
I would be swayed by that now.
I got
Not if she was still 16. If she was my age.
It was a big deal to me. You know, I'd never had a girlfriend before, and then like 3 weeks later, she was on the flag team because that was what I wanted to date. Was a flag, not one of those. Who was talking about a cheerleader? That he was. Josh was talking about that Amazon Imagine Heap girl from Fruit or whatever. Drop it. So she wasn't a large cheerleader. She was just that.
Like a regular sized flag girl.
Yeah, she had and like leather sandals.
I didn't realize that should be funny.
So we had a first date. We had a first kiss in front of the whole flag team down the street from me, and then like 3 nights later.
Wait.
They did a whole.
Hold on. In front of the whole flag team, just
There was a
like-
whole routine and
I was
everything.
in. Don't worry about that. Let's move on. Flying forward. 3 days after the first kiss, we were, and I'm only sharing this because I feel like we're all humiliating each other. Together, I wanted to pitch in. I got in a hot tub with this girl like 3 days after our first kiss. Ended up in my bedroom, queued up Blink-182's Enema of the State, lost my virginity, joined the song What's My Age Again, which is I never thought I would ever have sex, and I had these condoms that my Uncle Rich, who was a mechanic for the Thunderbirds in Vegas, the airplane, he sent me these 2 condoms the summer before with a note that said they were flavored. They were strawberry and banana, and he was like, "Here, Clint, don't eat these. They're just for practice." Anyway, so
He didn't have high confidence in you.
We don't even need to interrupt.
No.
she broke up with me like the day after prom, which was cool because then I did have coffee with her later. She had chopped off her hair. It was a fro, so she kind of looked like weird Cuban German Jesus, and I did not.
So wait, was prom really awkward because she was going to break up with you like the next day?
I had a prostate exam when I was like 20. It was at the University of Missouri Health Center, whatever, and
Were you going to prom at 23?
we segued. I'll get back, but this is my next girl.
Your definition of segue is pretty fast and loose.
My brother's name. It wasn't loose. I found there, I was severely dehydrated, but I was having these pains, like it was hard to pee, it was hard to poop, whatever.
It was hard to poop.
It wasn't hard to poop, it's never been hard. Well, it should be hard, if you're doing it right. So my doctor, Dr. Ruth Green, it was the day that she had like her student intern lady when they were wanting to turn me into the finger puppet or whatever. And I go in there, and as she's like, okay, lay on your side, I'm like, I really don't know what to expect, so I never put my finger in anybody else's asshole. Still. Let alone my own.
Michael?
I don't know what to do. And so she's like, she tells us like what's it called when you job shadow? She tells the job shadower chick who's like really attractive, way more attractive than any of the girls I've told.
Is it the Cuban girl? No, okay, no.
No, she's not Cuban, she's regular.
No, I'm not
That's not what I meant to say. So she's like, the doctor, Dr. Ruth, oddly enough, tells this girl, she's like, go turn on this light, like, get down close to this asshole and turn on this light. And I was like, yeah, it's the Hubble, like, see if I have some of those weird eyebrow mites living in my asshole, whatever.
Those would be asshole mites.
I met a girl on Tinder.
You're not defined by where you want to live, you're defined by where you do live.
I'll tell you.
Don't go putting on airs, asshole.
You know your place.
Let's talk about Tinder. So I had a Tinder date recently.
Wait, what happened with the finger in the butt? Was that a dating thing, or is that
False
just...
positive. I just needed to drink some water.
Alright.
It's good. My pee is clear.
I know.
It's not yellow. We're good to go. I had a girlfriend right as I came to Mizzou who would always get what are those things called? UTIs. And then she tried to tell me that my D was dirty, and I know that it wasn't because I washed it off really thoroughly in the shower every day for like 45 minutes. And like retroactively, she got married to a guy I was friends with. We're friends now, but she had a gallbladder stone removed that was the size of a baseball, and so I can put on my resume that I got a clean D, right?
I think so.
What are you applying?
I'm not Dr. Ruth. I can't tell you that.
Dr. Sue Johansson and the dental dam of destiny. Coming for it.
Josh, I got another blind date for you.
Alright, one last one. I forgot about that one. I was on Tinder recently. I made a profile, and I used a bunch of pictures of me from, I had 5 pictures up there, and I did it in a crescendo of like bearded, shaved younger, like a 7-year-old picture of me, a younger shaved, and then another bearded picture so a girl could get the whole gambit. I emphasize girl, woman on Tinder, and I put a bunch of bullshit like the funny profile you would expect with like Pokemon references and nerdy jargon, and I actually got a hit.
Sounds like it would actually work for some people.
I got a hit from a girl that worked at the pizza shop, and I was like, this is gonna be awesome, I can be lazy or whatever, and 2 days later, she connected with my buddy from work on Tinder, and I was like, I thought we had a special Pokemon pizza thing, like I thought we were, gonna get married, or I don't know, something really beautiful, but now it is all wrecked.
So did you ever meet her?
No, she's gone, she's dead.
Okay.
So ladies, he's got a clean D and pizza and Pokemon.
He's deduced that
I
it's
have
clean
710
based on
different
one factor I
Pokemon,
don't think
and
is
I'll show
related.
them all to you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, everybody. No, I think we're good. Yes. Or is there someone you had in mind that has... Okay, hey guys, that's our show. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for braving the snow. Thanks for FedEx printed only half of the poster I sent. I'm glad you were able to figure out the time and place because those are not on the poster that was printed. In case you were wondering why the poster's so bad, it's because it's only half of it. Thanks for coming out. This is I don't know. Like us on Facebook.
Good
And we're done.
rock song would be like, yeah, I love God, just over and over again. And if I wrote like a song about a girl and the chorus was just, I love Sarah, like that wouldn't fly. People would be like, does this guy really love Sarah? Come with a metaphor or something. These eyes, your eyes, I don't know, call up a couple people. Yeah, media is dangerous. I made the mistake. I watched the movie Her too early in the morning. Because I'm conditioned.